Okay, hello folks, I'm back. Well, what happened there was the game crashed on me, unfortunately, as we were en route back to Ivarstead. Now where are we? We seem to be all the way back here. We got to about here and we're now here, so I'm a little bit miffed off about that. So, what I'm going to do something I don't usually do, and I'm going to fast travel, because I don't really want to retrace my steps again all the way back to here. So, do excuse me, we'll fast travel to Ivarstead, pick up whatever item we're picking up, is a spoon from there, and then we'll carry on back to Windhelm. Okay, here we are in Ivarstead. Ivarstead. I can cast a few spells willy-nilly, yes. Right, her spoon is in somebody's house? It's in the Fellstar farm. Well, it's 5:33 and this place has a locked door. Picking the lock in the daylight surely isn't a good prospect. Why is the door locked?
Oh, you're a traveler. You must have so much to tell about the world.
I have a few bits and bats to tell, but right now I'm a bit busy. I need to get in here without being seen. God, I really don't want to... Oh, it's open now. Oh. Okay. Spare my blushes. Right, where's her spoon? What am I taking here? Oh, her satchel. Can I... is that... if I take it, is it stealing? Oh no, her spoon. Wylandriah's spoon. Sorry about that, dear. I'm here for... You know Wylandriah? Do you know her? Do you know Wylandriah?
You must be another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here.
Yes, there is. I'm getting Wylandriah's elusive spoon. Okay, so Wylandriah's spoon check. Moving on to her next forgotten item. And as we once again now head our way towards Windhelm, we shall oh, it's raining again. Oh god. We resume our story about Princess Delara. That's the one. $432. I don't want to reset it. It is a tricky business interfering in the affairs of the provincial kingdoms. Lady Brisciana looked into the depths of her mug thoughtfully. Unless there is a threat to the Empire itself, we find it best not to meddle. What we have in your case is a very messy assassination that happened 20 years ago and its aftermath. If His Imperial Majesty involved itself in every bloody hiccup in the succession in each of his 1,000 vassal kingdoms, he would never accomplish anything for the greater good of Tamriel. I understand, murmured Gina. When I remembered everything, who I was and what happened to me, I resolved to do nothing about it. In fact, I was leaving Camlorn and going back home to Daggerfall when I saw Lord Strail again. He was the one who began this quest to resolve this, not me. And when he brought me back, I only wanted to see my cousin to tell her who I was, but he forbade me. It would have been too dangerous, growled Strail. We still don't know yet the depths of the conspiracy. Perhaps we never will. I'm sorry. I always find myself giving long explanations to short questions. When Lord Strail asked if I would help, I should have begun by saying yes. Lady Brisciana laughed at the change in Lord Strail and Gina's expressions. I will help you, of course, but for this to turn out well, you must accomplish two things to the Emperor's satisfaction. First, you must prove with absolute certainty who is the power behind this plot you've uncovered. You must get someone to confess. And secondly, Lord Strail said, nodding, we must prove that this is a matter worthy of His Imperial Majesty's consideration and not merely a minor local concern. Lord Strail, Lady Brisciana, and the woman who called herself Gina discussed how to accomplish their goals for a few hours more. When it was agreed what had to be done, Lady Brisciana took her leave to find her ally Prosecus. Strael and Gina set off to the west toward Camlor. It was not long after beginning their ride through the woods that they heard the sound of galloping hoofbeats far up ahead. Lord Strael unsheathed his sword and signalled for Gina to position her horse behind him. At that moment they were attacked on all sides. It was an ambush. 8 men, armed with axes, had been lying in wait. Lord Strael quickly yanked Gina from her horse, pulling him behind her. He made a brief death motion with his hands. A ring of flame materialised around them and rushed outward, striking their assailants. The men roared in pain and dropped to their knees. Lord Strael jumped the horse over the closest one and galloped at full speed westward. "I thought you were an ambassador, not a mage," laughed Gina. "I still believe there are times for diplomacy," replied Lord Strael. The horse and rider they had heard before met them on the road. It was Norbooth. "My lord, it's the royal battle mage. He found out you two were in Umbington." "With considerable ease, I might add." Lord Errol's voice boomed out of the woods. Norbooth, Gina, and Lord Strael scanned the dark trees, but they showed nothing. The battle mage's voice seemed to emanate from everywhere and nowhere. "I'm sorry, my lord," groaned Norbooth. I tried to warn you as soon as I could." "In your next life, perhaps you'll remember not to trust your plans to a drunkard," laughed Lord Errol. He had them in his sight, and the spell was unleashed. Norbooth saw him first, by the light of the ball of fire that leapt from his fingertips. Later, Lord Errol was to wonder to himself what the fool had intended to do. Perhaps he was rushing forward to pull Lord Strael out of the path. Perhaps he was trying to flee the path of destruction, and had simply moved left when he should have moved right. Perhaps, as unlikely as it seemed, he was willing to sacrifice himself to save his master. Whatever the reason, the result was the same. He got in the way. There was an explosion of energy that filled the night, and an echoing boom that shook birds from the trees for a mile around. On the few square feet where Norbooth and his horse had stood was nothing but black glass. They had been reduced to less than vapour. Gina and Lord Strael were thrown back. Their horse, when it recovered its senses, galloped away as fast as it could. In the lingering glowing aura of the spell's detonation, Lord Strael looked straight into the woods and into the wide eyes of the battle mage. "Damn!" said Lord Errol, and began to run. The ambassador jumped to his feet and pursued. "That was an expensive use of magicka even for you," said Lord Strael as he ran. "Don't you know well enough not to use ranged spells unless you are certain your target won't be blocked?" "I never thought that, idiot!" Lord Errol was struck from behind and knocked to the wet forest floor before he had chance to finish his lamentation. "It doesn't matter what you thought," said Lord Strael calmly, flipping the battle mage around and pinning his arms to the ground with his knees. "I'm not a battle mage, but I knew enough not to use my entire reserve on your little ambush. Perhaps it's a matter of philosophy. As a government agent, I feel inclined toward conservatism." What are you going to do?" whimpered Lord Errol. "Norbooth was a good man, one of the best, and so I'm going to hurt you quite a lot." The ambassador made a slight movement, and his hands began to glow brightly. "That's a certainty. How much more I'm going to hurt you after that depends on what you tell me. I want to hear about the former Duke of Elwynn." "What do you want to know?" Lord Errol screamed. "Let's start with everything," replied Lord Strael, with perfect patience.
Okay, there we go. That is the Mystery of Talar Book 3, and in due course we shall finish the series with Book 4. But as we head our way towards Windhelm, we see a bit of a commotion here in the road. Once again, bears causing problems. Speaking of roads, I don't think I've come down this way before. I could be wrong. Vigilance of Stendar, eh?
Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare.
No mercy, eh? Oh! Nasty creature spat in my eye. appears that Mercuria is just as slow as everybody else has been. Failing to keep up with us. Anyway, we're almost at our destination. Wow, this really is taking us the long way round, isn't it? Not going directly there, skirting around the issue. And Stormcloaked soldiers just appear out of nowhere. I won't send them your way. See ya. Oh, I have been down here. This is where we go. I recognise this. Yes, we've been up there. It leads towards a camp, and was it Mazulft? The Dreamer ruins that we explored many, many moons ago now. Yes, it rings a bell. Uh-oh. I don't usually like to kill the things. If I can help it. I don't know why. It's just bears in particular. I just don't like to kill bears. Preserve them. The poor creatures. They're just protecting their territory. They don't need to be nasty. Ow. There we go. There's a good bear. Pat him on the head. There's a good bear. Come on, Mercurio. Quickly before he becomes hostile again. Another bear saved. I wonder if, like, Stormcloaked soldiers are attacking bears. If we do the Kind's Peace shout, I wonder if they continue to attack or if they just then leave the bear alone. We'll have to give it a try next time. See if we can save the bears. Elwynn going on a Save the Bear campaign. Save the bears of Skyrim. Yes, they're vicious and deadly, and if you stray across them in a confused state, you'll probably end up with a paw mark across your face and your neck bitten in two. But other than that, perfectly reasonable creatures, you know. If someone broke into your house, would you not be unhappy about it? Would you not defend your house, your property? That's all they're doing. Now, there is a giant camp here with some mammoth. Now, I think I may have some mammoth tusks back at Winterhold, so I'm not going to go wading in here causing a stir if I don't have to. So, oh, dead horse, how sad. So we'll go back to Winterhold. If we don't have a mammoth tusk there, then we'll return here on the way back and kill one. To be perfectly blunt about it. Another bear, look, another bear that needs our salvation. He's leading to the promised lands. Come with me. Oh, there's a big mammoth there. Come with me, bear. Come. I can save you. You need but ask. Right in the middle of the damn road, there is a giant and a mammoth. Hear his heavy breath. Mercurio, don't cause a scene. That's it, just run on by. The giant scratches his back with his hammer like a Neanderthal. It's all fine. It's all part of the process. Sure, you're a well-learned traveller. You should know all this, Mercurio.
I'm on my way to Windhelm.
Really? I'm on my way to Windhelm to retrieve somebody's lost items. Not quite the same, is it? Not quite the same ring. Another bear over there. Wow, time has really flown by today. It's already 9 o'clock. I mean, I don't know how long the session's been going for, but travelling really does seem to take it out of you. We won't be back into Winterhold until the early hours of the morning, it seems here. But that is the way life must be. There's no carriages over there. Well, there is carriages over there. Yeah, there is carriages. We just come from a city, Riften. Yeah, we could have hopped in the carriage and got the carriage to Windhelm, couldn't we? Oh, would you credit that? How stupid! We could have just got in the carriage and driven here. We've just wasted. We haven't wasted half an hour of our time. We recalled a story. It was enjoyable. It was relaxing. But yeah. And then we could have got the. Well, then we couldn't have gone to Ivarstead, I suppose, and got the spoon from Ivarstead. We had to go there eventually, so we still had to walk to Ivarstead. There's no carriage there. So yeah, not all a lost cause. We went to Ivarstead. Darklight Tower revisited, just in case that door did open it to a key that we'd already collected. It's all fine. But on the way back, as soon as we get to Windhelm, we're taking the carriage straight back to Riften. Unless, of course, we need tusks. And then we're going to have to walk again. Right. I suppose this item that we need to collect will be inside the gates. Inside the city gates of Windhelm. I haven't really been into the Windhelm and explored the place properly yet. We keep skirting by, passing on through, quick quests here and there on the outskirts in the vicinity, but we've never taken the time to go inside, have a look around, visit the inn, do any quests for the citizens, see if the Jarl has returned to his residence, see what people have to say about the Jarl. The what? The Corner Club. Sounds very elite. Mercurio is... I see him in the distance. He's running...
Horses. All day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
No, because I don't use the damn things. That's another thing. Now that we're not collecting anywhere near as many ingredients as we used to, that was the only main reason why I was not buying a horse. So I think we might give it some consideration. Should we get ourselves a horse now? Right. Let me check the map here. In the local map, there we go. Somewhere over here in this part of town is an item that we need to collect. We need to... Wow. I will eventually get to exploring this town properly when the main quest takes me here. What is this? The White Phial? Is this the alchemist shop? Sounds very alchemisty.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
Just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Now, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now.
Oh, old man's dying of old age. No doubt we speak to them and they want us to go on a pilgrimage to collect whatever it was he wants to go and collect. Okay, not quite now. When we return for proper questing and exploration, then we shall do it. But for now, we have the soul gem and we now need to run along. Now we can get our carriage from Windhelm to Winterhold. Hello, Mr. Chariotman.
Need a ride?
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
I'd like to go to Winterhold, please.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
I thank you kindly, Mercurio. Are you? Yes, come, climb on back. We're going home.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to right run from old Rorikstead.
From old Rorikstead. So, Don't know if you've ever been here before, Markira, but it's a very cold place. You better wrap up warm when you're around these parts. Certainly hardens you, I tell you. Trouble?
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Well, when your shift is finished, soldier, you can head into this lovely warm inn here and grab yourself one, surely. A frozen half. Okay, okay, righty, nighty. Wylandriah's satchel, Wylandriah's ingot. So we have all three of our items. We need to return to her now, and well, not now, but we need to return to her to complete the quest. So we'll do that in due course, but not until we have spoken with our staff members, seeing if we've got any of those ingredients that are required by Ingun and also other people as well. Speak to Arniel again, because apparently there's a quest that he might have for us. Also, there is the Midden, the whole saga with the rings. I've been given the right solution to that. It's almost as if he had a dream, one of his strange, funny dreams again, Elwynn. Seeing the right order that the rings need to be placed on the fingers. So we might head back down into the Midden for a fifth or sixth time, hopefully getting it right. So there's quite a few things for us to do. Also, every time we come back here, we take part in a few days of rest and recuperation and magical practice. So we'll be doing that as well. Oh, it's all going to be joyful, joyful times. Certainly was the right time to head back here. Right, it's 5 AM, so do excuse me, folks, but none of that will be happening today. Because it's far too early in the morning. We need to rest. We've had to schlep our way here. Mercurio, welcome to the College of Windhelm. If you care to come on through to the Archmage quarters, make yourself at home. Da-da-da-da-da! I have my own garden and everything. Delightful, delightful, I know. Right, so here we are. Back once again amongst these hallowed walls. So, in the next session, as I said, join me when we shall, well, we're off camera. I'm going to do most of these things. The levelling up of my character, i.e. magical practice. That's about it, really. I think. Rest of it on. Oh, yeah, stashing away some of my equipment and things. But then when we return next time, we shall head straight out into the college and start speaking with staff members to see if we can buy some of our new master spells. Speak with Arniel again, see what this quest's all about. Head into the Midden. Check out if we have the right ingredients things for quests. And then, after we've done all of that, we shall go back to Riften. So join me next time for that. See you soon.